Shinobi's latest news and developments. I'll be sharing my thoughts and insights. And of course, at the end of the video, we'll do some price prediction and some technical analysis. But first, welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, bringing you financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and bell notification is lit up. The team has been brainstorming on additional ways to add utility to our upcoming line of NFTs. Discounts while using the Shibnobi products, merch store discounts, metaverse benefits, etc. Cliff will also have more announcements next week regarding another NFT line the team has been working on that will be tied into our first one. Okay, so it's still going to be, the first NFTs are still going to have something to do with this next line, so no need to worry right there. I'm sure that's why they added that. The next line will include a special guest appearance, which I think that's huge to have special guest appearances. Our first line of NFTs will be available for minting on a simple website. All subsequent lines will be added to our newly adopted NFT marketplace from our merger with CryptSpace, which will have a large role in Shibnobi Play and Shibnobi Verse in the future. So this is huge. And this is even bigger right here, Shibnobi Bridge, because I already knew that this was going to happen with Shibnobi Bridge. This is big news for us. Light up the comments down below with some bullish comments. The team has been receiving several requests from other project developers that are interested in utilizing our bridge technology. This is ultimately beneficial for Shibnobi, as a portion of the revenue collected will go back towards the project in a form of buybacks and burns. It also aids in increasing our exposure in the space. I completely agree. I had a feeling that this would happen with such an amazing utility that we brought to a space that not a lot of other tokens can bring. So this is something that I'm really behind, and I feel very bullish on in regards of the Shibnobi Bridge and the utility that's going to bring for us down the road. Shibnobi vehicle advertisement. This is something that was spoken about, and I've also mentioned as well with these QR codes, and I like to see that this is actually grabbing some traction, because I think this is going to bring in a lot of new potential investors. But let's get started on it. We got Shibnobi vehicle advertisement update. Yesterday, the team announced that they will begin sending Shinja tokens, ETH and BSC, to community members that advertise Shibnobi on their vehicles. More details will be found on the AMA recap from yesterday, June 23rd. Okay, so you guys can check that out. I'll have the links down below. Each participant will have a unique QR code generated for them that will be used to track statistics. Those who get the most hits, site visits from their QR code will be rewarded with additional benefits each month. I think this is huge. And also what it does, being a YouTuber, an influencer, whatever you want to call it, what it does brings engagement. So we have our community being more engaged, our community talking to people about Shibnobi. Somebody's going to walk up and say, hey, what is this on your car? Besides just scanning the QR code. So this is definitely going to be a conversation starter, if you ask me. There will also be a minimum requirement of 100 miles being driven weekly, as it defeats the purpose if the ads are not being seen. Okay, I think the QR code is going to give us some know-how if the cars are being driven or not, but we're going to play this by ear for sure. We got QR code ads as we collect data from our vehicle ad campaign, which that sounds amazing, just to have a vehicle ad campaign. I don't hear nobody else talking about that. Let me know down in the comments, how do you feel about this? We may decide to allow any users to register for a unique QR code that can be used for general purpose, providing more exposure for Shibnobi. The top contributors will be rewarded on a monthly basis in a form of various prizes. I think that's a good idea with the QR codes on the vehicles, and actually even being able to, kind of like how we did with our thumbnails for Twitter, how it was very simple for us to just generate a QR code that people can scan or whatnot. Like I said, more engagement, the better. Okay, now, this is important as well. I think this is going to make us grow and get more exposure. And we have, I'll have the link down below as well. Shibnobi Swap Twitter page. Make sure that you follow the Shibnobi Swap Twitter page. Our Twitter page is dedicated specifically to new listing announcements and AMAs with the projects listed on the Shibnobi Swap. So if you want to know what projects are being listed, if your project has been listed, make sure you guys go over there and light that section up. It's very important. Now let's get to the questions, right? These are important. Has Shibnobi looked into adding the Shinja ETH and BNC to a mining website? Okay, so that's pretty interesting. When our blockchain is released, the Shinja coin will be mineable. If you know of a website that we could add our token to for it to be mined, please reach out to the team and we will look into it. I mean, this is one team. One, we get to see the CEO all the time in these AMAs. Shout out to Cliff, Shibnobi Strong, and all the mods and admins in that Telegram that are always active But on top of that, we get to tap in and really voice our opinions and even bring some ideas to the table that later on can be brought to fruition, right? Any plans for a migration to version 2 contract? Not sure why we would need that. So the answer would be no. Okay. We got another question. Will there be any additional benefits for those who drive hundreds or even thousands of miles weekly and advertise Shibnobi on their vehicles? Once the campaign begins and we start collecting data, we will be able to start setting up different categories and give additional rewards to those who bring in the most awareness to our project. I think this is going to be huge. I think people have been sleeping on this, only doing a tour bus or two, but actually having the community, wrap their cars. If you guys want me to do this, let me know down in the comments down below. I live in Las Vegas, so having my car wrapped in Las Vegas could be pretty big, considering all the marketing in Las Vegas is not just marketing in Las Vegas. This is an international place where everybody's coming from all around the globe and tapping into Las Vegas. Okay. So make sure you guys come over here, like and retweet everything going on, especially if you guys are part of these communities. This is the Shibnobi Swap website. Now let's get to these price predictions. We see on the 4-hour chart, this same area, right? Let's go ahead and mark that up. That breakout area where we're going to have to break through. The markets did pull back just a little bit, but I do believe that we're starting to see a correction and we're starting to pick up. These are these areas, of course, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. But again, this becomes that setup range right in this channel. If we make a support right here, which would be amazing to make a support right above this line, that's a huge indication that we're about to go right back up. We need to see that higher low. So this is normal. We got the 0 threshold. We have the breakout threshold. We got a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Making this higher low on top of this support will be epic, and riding right back up to press back on that psychological barrier, that right above erasing that 0 or whatnot will break out. We'll go right back towards those all-time highs. I am still very bullish on Shibnobi. This is going to be huge for us. We're going to see the buys coming in. And as we sweep the floor, like, almost tokens do, the NFTs, and we sweep this floor right here in the setup section, and those who really believe in this project long term, and we hold, there's no reason why we'll fall below this range right here. But continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.